Do you know where true knowledge really begins? The Bible gives us the answer in Proverbs 1-7. I read, "The fear of Jehovah is the beginning of knowledge. Only fools despise wisdom and discipline." Today, let's break down this powerful verse, see what it means for our daily life, and discover how it can help us succeed. The verse tells us that knowledge doesn't start with books, schools, or even intelligence. It begins with fearing Jehovah, meaning respecting Him deeply, honoring His word, and putting Him first in our decisions. Fear here doesn't mean being scared. It means awe, reverence, and obedience, treating God as the highest authority. The second part warns us, only fools despise wisdom and discipline. A foolish person ignores God's advice, rejects correction, and thinks they know better. So, this verse shows us foundation for success. Put God first. Respect wisdom. Accept discipline. Now, let's look at the practical examples for personal decisions. Imagine you're choosing friends. If you fear Jehovah, you'll ask, will these friends bring me closer to God or pull me away? A foolish person ignores that and may end up with bad company that harms their life. For work and career. At work, someone offers you a way to make fast money, but dishonestly. The fear of Jehovah will stop you. You value integrity more than money. Result? You may lose quick gain, but you gain trust, respect, and peace of mind. For discipline in life, suppose you make a mistake. A wise person accepts correction, learns, and grows. But a fool resists discipline and repeats the same mistake, leading to failure. You may ask, what are the benefits of applying Proverbs 1-7? When we apply this verse in our daily life, the benefits go far beyond having knowledge. It changes how we think, how we act, and how others see us. Let's look at these benefits one by one clearly, deeply, and practically so we understand how they help us live a truly successful life. 1. Success with God's blessing. One of the greatest benefits of fearing Jehovah is success that carries God's blessing. Success in the world often comes with stress, corruption, or compromise. A person may become wealthy but lose peace of mind. Another may gain status but destroy their relationships. That's not true success. When you fear Jehovah, you choose to put Him first in your decisions. You pause and ask, what does God think about this choice? This attitude attracts His favor. It means He guides your steps and helps you avoid paths that would harm you. For example, think about Joseph in Egypt, Genesis 39. He feared Jehovah, even when tempted to sin. His respect for God cost him his freedom for a time, but eventually it led to greater success. He became the governor of Egypt. His success had God's blessing, and that kind of success is lasting. Here's the application. Before you make big choices about marriage, business, or friendships, pray for God's guidance. This way, your decisions are not just smart, but blessed. 2. Avoiding costly mistakes. Another benefit of applying Proverbs 1-7 is protection from costly mistakes. Life is full of traps, dishonesty, greed, pride, or unhealthy relationships. Many people fall into these traps because they ignore wisdom or despise discipline. But when you respect Jehovah's wisdom, you see the warning signs clearly. Imagine two workers in the same company. One cheats on expense reports, thinking no one will notice. The other fears Jehovah and stays honest. At first, the dishonest worker seems to gain, but eventually, he is caught and loses everything. The honest worker keeps his job, earns trust, and has peace of mind. This is how wisdom works. It doesn't just give you knowledge. It protects you from regrets. Mistakes in lifelong friendships, financial traps, moral failings are expensive. They cost money, time, reputation, and even peace of mind. But the fear of Jehovah keeps you safe. Here's the application. Ask yourself regularly, does this decision honor God? Is it wise or just convenient? That small pause can save you from years of regret. 3. Personal growth. Respecting wisdom and discipline leads to personal growth. Discipline is not always easy. It means accepting correction, admitting when you're wrong, and being willing to change. But every time you do, you grow stronger. Think about athletes. They don't enjoy early morning training, strict diets, or tough workouts. But those disciplines build their strength, endurance, and skill. Similarly, when you accept God's discipline through His Word, through advice from others, or through life's challenges, you grow in character, patience, and wisdom. For example, maybe you lose your temper at work. A coworker points it out. A fool gets defensive and says, "That's just who I am." But a wise person accepts the correction, prays for God's help, and works on self-control. Over time, that discipline shapes them into someone patient and respected. Here's the application. Instead of resisting correction, thank God for it. Ask, what can I learn from this situation? Every lesson builds your character. 4. Earning trust. When you fear Jehovah and live by wisdom, you automatically earn trust. People trust those who are consistent, honest, and humble. Employers promote workers they can rely on. Friends and family turn to people who listen, keep promises, and act with integrity. In contrast, a fool may seem clever for a while, but eventually, people see through lies or selfishness. Trust, once broken, is very hard to rebuild. Think of Daniel in Babylon, Daniel 6. He feared Jehovah and lived with integrity. Even his enemies couldn't find any fault in him, except that he prayed to his God. Because of his consistent character, he earned trust not only from King Darius, but also from generations who read about his life. Here's the application. Be the person others can rely on. Keep your word, show humility, and treat people with respect. Over time, you will gain a reputation of trust that opens doors in every area of life. 5. True peace. Finally, fearing Jehovah brings true peace. Many people chase peace in the wrong places: money, entertainment, or distraction. But those things only cover stress for a moment. They don't remove it. Real peace comes from knowing your life is guided by God, free from guilt and regret. When you choose wisdom, you avoid the sleepless nights of dishonesty. When you accept discipline, you avoid the chaos of repeated mistakes. When you put God first, you don't feel lost because your path has direction. Peace doesn't mean life will always be easy, but even in hard times, You feel confident that Jehovah is with you. That inner calm is priceless. It cannot be bought with money. Here's the application. Each night, ask yourself, did I honor God today? If the answer is yes, sleep peacefully knowing your path is secure in His hands. So, Proverbs 1-7 is not just an ancient saying. It is a blueprint for real success in today's world. The benefits of applying it are clear. You gain success with God's blessing. You avoid costly mistakes. You enjoy personal growth. You earn trust with people around you. You experience true peace deep inside. The world may offer shortcuts and false promises, but they often end in pain. Jehovah's wisdom, on the other hand, builds a foundation that never fails. So, if you want lasting success, not just for yourself, but for your family, your career, and your future, the fear of Jehovah is the place to start. Respect Him, embrace His wisdom, and accept His discipline. You'll discover that this is the real secret to a successful, peaceful, and fulfilling life. So, Proverbs 1-7 reminds us, if you want real knowledge, real wisdom, and real success, it all starts with respecting Jehovah. Fools may laugh at wisdom. They may ignore discipline. But those who fear God, seek His wisdom, and accept correction, those are the ones who succeed, both in life and in God's eyes. Ask yourself today, am I building my knowledge on the right foundation, the fear of Jehovah? If the answer is yes, you are already on the path to true success. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next verse.